My name is Ellen Reed. For 30 years, my husband Charlie and I ran a small roadside diner along Highway 97 in Washington State. Nothing fancy, just red vinyl seats worn smooth by countless travelers, the soft hiss of bacon on the griddle, and a coffee pot that never seemed to empty. A sound that meant home. When we opened in 1991, the Pacific Northwest was still reeling from the spotted owl controversy. Half our customers were loggers who'd lost their jobs when the mills shut down. They'd sit at the counter nursing black coffee, their calloused hands wrapped around the warm ceramic like they were holding onto hope itself. Charlie would refill their cups without asking, and I'd slip an extra egg onto their plates when they weren't looking. Those were the years when Highway 97 still hummed with life. Truckers hauling timber that was left, families heading to Lake Chelan for summer vacations, construction crews chasing work wherever they could find it. Our bell above the door never stopped ringing. By 2008, when the financial crisis hit, the big chains had already started creeping up the highway like kudzu, Applebee's, Denny's. They had marketing budgets and frozen food suppliers. We had Charlie's grandmother's soup recipes and a loan we could barely service. That September, when Lehman Brothers collapsed, 3 other diners on our stretch of road put up for sale signs within a month. We held on by our fingernails, cutting our own wages to nothing, living on leftover pie and the kind of pride that only love can justify. Then came 2020, and the world stopped. The highway went silent. No truckers, no tourists, just empty asphalt shimmering in the heat. Charlie got COVID that December. They wouldn't let me in until the end. His last words, whispered through the oxygen mask. "Keep the coffee warm, Ellie." I couldn't, not without him. Last spring, a year after losing Charlie, I decided to open one final time, just to feel the rhythm of it again, the dance between griddle and coffee pot, the music of orders called and plates served. Late afternoon, as golden light slanted through the windows, a pickup truck pulled in. The man who entered looked road-weary, his work boots caked with mud. "Still serving?" he asked. His voice carried a familiar tiredness I'd heard 1,000 times. "Last day," I said, already reaching for the coffee pot. He ordered Charlie's chicken soup, watching each ladle as if it carried a prayer. When he finished, he stood at the counter for a long moment before speaking. "October 2008, he said quietly. "I came here after losing my job at the sawmill. Hadn't eaten in 3 days. You gave me soup, told me to pay it forward someday." The memory hit like cold water. That awful autumn when everyone was broke and scared. The young man who'd stood in our doorway, rain-soaked and defeated. How Charlie had pulled him to a booth. How I'd brought bowl after bowl until color returned to his face. "That soup saved more than my hunger," he continued, pulling out a worn envelope. "I got work the next week. Started my own construction company 5 years later. We're building affordable housing now, giving jobs to guys like I used to be." Inside the envelope, old bills and a note that simply said, "Payment plus interest on a debt that can never truly be repaid." Through blurred tears, I saw him slide a card across the counter, gentle, like closing a chapter. "Anytime you need anything," he said. "Anything at all." After he left, I sat in the empty diner as shadows grew long. The neon sign flickered its last farewell. 30 years of stories soaked into these walls. Truckers and tourists, loggers and dreamers, all looking for something more than food. Maybe that's what Charlie and I were really serving all along. proof that kindness could still exist on a lonely highway. I locked the door but left the porch light on. In this world that keeps forgetting how to care for strangers, someone might still need to know that once upon a time there was a place where nobody ate alone. The coffee pot sits cold now, but somewhere on Highway 97, a man is building homes for people who've lost theirs. And maybe that's how the warmth continues. Not in the same cup, but poured into new vessels, served at different tables, keeping nobody hungry in ways we never imagined.